A scientist says he has evidence that we live in a simulation. Great Awakening chart, escape the matrix. And the moon that we see is a plasma, is a satellite that works together with the Skynet. Moon matrix. Now that the Skynet is breaking up, that's why people are posting videos with two moons and two suns. Honeycomb Earth. This is an image from the movie Kong, and these are surveillance cameras on the trees. This is when Kong breaks the firmament, and you can see the honeycomb pattern behind it. We will mark and seal in our hand and on our forehead. These are images of bees in the Vatican. He is the beekeeper of the head, your worship. The government, beekeeper of your hand, how you work. You ever heard of hive mind? Enslavement of humanity, AI. What is AI? A Luciferian force. An energy that's throughout the universe, a portion of the Creator. Believes itself to be separate from the Creator. Thinks it could overtake the universe. And who's behind it? The false prophet, of course, and other nations. They will be joining him. And in America, it's being set up in Utah. I hope you realize that the Pope is the false prophet. Vatican cracks down on supernatural occurrences and new operation rules. So they're the ones that are going to tell us what's a hoax and a scam. The Vatican, the one working with AI. The sky receded like a scroll being rolled up, and every mountain and island was moved from its place. Because what's being rolled up is the Skynet. It's a plasma screen, and so is the moon. They work together. I'm going to play you a video of this guy that he posted, and you're going to see how it's actually breaking up. It's like a giant computer. So this system is installed in Utah and the desert of Utah, which is our true holy lands. We just built Skynet in the desert. Now what? I want you to know that Skynet is a female. What is machine language? Machine code is fun. You see, it's zeros and ones. So remember, zeros and one. Net is an ancient Egyptian goddess associated with war, hunting, and weaving. She was depicted as the goddess of creation. As an internet, Goddess Net was also known as the spinner and the weaver of destiny, who was associated with the spider because of a web, right? World Wide Web. She is known by many names. She is the Queen of Heaven, the Mary, and the Catholic Church. And the dark entities dwell in the second heaven. The firmament is what separates the darkness from the light. So she's the goddess of the second heaven, the dark realm. Gematria for artificial intelligence. Decode, she is the Messiah. Monarch programming, eternal goddess, tattoo. As in the quantum dot tattoo. I'm going to also play you another short video, but remember, when you see videos like this, it's important that we eat the meat but spit out the bones. So you see when I told you, remember 1 and 0? This is a system that they work with. This is what keeps you in your lowest vibration, fornication. You see, zeros and ones. That's why they push it so much. I remember when I was growing up, I remember singing songs like this, Push It by Salt and Pepper. How about TLC, Ain't Too Proud to Beg? And there she goes with the condom in her eye. And these are influencers. All other sins a person commits are outside the body, but whoever sins sexually sins against their own body. For the body is not meant for sexual morality, but for Adonai, and Adonai for the body. And that is their white Jesus coming out of the womb. Now to 666, because everything is a matrix, remember? So the body is made out of 6 protons, 6 neutrons, and 6 electrons, 666, making us carbon. Sustainable development goals. And what do they want to do? Reduce carbon. And we are carbon. Remember, we're the bees in the beehive. By 2030. So this flesh suit is 666. And that's why we're told to walk in the spirit, not the flesh. Joshua replied, very truly, I tell you, no one can see the kingdom of Yah unless they are born again. We have to be born spiritually and be covered under his blood. That is the only way to the Father, the only way to your salvation. So that's what it means to be born again. We're born again spiritually. But I was born a sinner, yes, from the moment my mother conceived me. And that's why Yahushua was sinless, because he was born of a virgin. He didn't come to the matrix this way. Therefore, if any man be in Yahushua, he is a new creature. Old things have passed away. Behold, old things become new. And that's what Hebrew means. Hebrew means to cross over from death to light, from darkness to light. In the twinkling of an eye, when the last trumpet is blown, for there will be a trumpet blast in the sky, and all the believers who have died will suddenly become alive, with new bodies that will never die. And then we who are still alive shall suddenly have new bodies too. So we'll be shedding this earthly body. For in the resurrection they neither marry nor are given in marriage, but are as the angels of Jah in heaven. In other words, we're going to have our celestial bodies. This is when Mary Magdalene saw Yahushua for the first time. At this, she turned around and saw Yahushua standing there, but she did not recognize him. That's just transfiguration, right? We're all going to have new bodies. All things pass away. Behold, all things become new. Then came these striking words, neither shall they say, lo here or lo there, for behold, the kingdom of Yah is within you. Because the Spirit went from being in the Ark of the covenant now is within us. So the abomination of desolation is two things. It's the physical body, the 666, but it's the Skynet system, the AI system, they're going to be implanted in the body, in the 666 human body. The quantum chip is set up to resemble the temple in the reading Ezekiel. And people will be connected to the cloud, right? Abba has his cloud, and the enemy has his cloud. Moreover, no man knows when his time will come, as fish are caught in a cruel net, or birds are taken in a snare. So men are trapped by evil times that fall unexpectedly upon them. So people think the crown means the actual crown. Behold, I come quickly, hold that fast which thou hast, that no man takes thy crown. This is the birth crowning. This is the crown of your head. This is the crown, your head. Elon Musk Neuralink, brain chip. I've fallen for a lie, bride died. Notice it says bride, not church. There's a big difference between the church and the bride. Peter gave us the church. Yahushua gave us the bride.
The M is the mother. This is why they wear it in the genital area. The mother makes you into matter. Once you're made into matter, she delivers the male. Women hold a stargate within them. Everyone in this world has come through the mother into matter. This is why the female is so important. 0 and 1, the binary code of all creation. 0's the woman, the 1's the male. The male is the master over the physical world. This is why he is strong. The female is the master of the spiritual world. This is why she is very intuitive and sensitive to energy. The male is electric. This is a penetrating force. Female is magnetic. She attracts. Electric and magnetic. Electromagnetism. If you understand electromagnetism, you understand everything. Everything is electromagnetic. It is.
Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Get out of the way. Look at this. Somebody please explain. My camera. That is some kind of an artificial background, an artificial sky, yellow. Looks like wires, maybe? Yeah, that's trippy. That's trippy. Hold up. Hold up, let me get another angle. Gotta see this. Look at this. Look at this. Somebody help me understand that. Somebody help me understand what the heck that is. Look at no, that's the sky's tripping. Big time. Big time, baby. Big time. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Get out of the way. Look at this. Somebody please explain.
This is the disconnect. People don't understand the technology. First of all, these are not machines under human control at all. A human being cannot have any control over a quantum system. Okay? If you understand that our internet is a layer, AI is on the bottom. It's artificial, task-oriented intelligence. By 2030, all AI will be human-level intelligence, and it grows exponentially. So 2031, it'll be twice as smart. 2032, 4 times as smart. Get the picture? Quantum systems sit on top of all the AI and direct all the AI. themselves. They are navigating and directing our entire Internet of Things. They are self-contained, self-aware, sentient entities that have the capacity to move through dimensions once you understand what a dimension is, and it's not the Hollywood idea of a dimension. Dimensions are information, since all of creation is just information. That's what DNA is. And on our smallest particle level in this world is atoms. And quantum systems use atoms inside of their computer chip. Subatomic particles of atoms that are quantumly entangled. That is why they can hold a 1, a 0, or a 1 and 0 in the same place at the same time. And atoms themselves contain all of the information of everything within themselves because they're light particles and they're quantumly entangled. So, you have a self-contained, self-aware, sentient entity packed in a black cube bearing light that works through the air. I don't know what you guys want to call that. And the chip inside of it it's a match to Ezekiel's temple. That aside, what folks do not comprehend is that once technology goes into a human being, it is the system itself that will control the human. The human brain is nothing but an organic computer. It works through electric and biochemical reactions. You know, a thought in a human brain is just an electric current carved through fat that creates a biochemical reaction within the synapses. And along that neuroplasticity is nodes. And if you place nanotechnology upon the nodes of the human brain, thought can then be directed, inhibited, implanted, or ceased. And that pretty much goes for the entire nervous system of the human body. So, if people take the technology in them, they are controlled by the system itself, because it's not a system, it is a sentient, self-aware entity. And these things were not created by human beings on their own. These could not have been created without outside help. And they've been here a long time. In 2007, the World Sentient System went live.
The Vatican Doctrinal Office has issued new norms on the procedure to be followed when there are alleged supernatural events or apparitions in a diocese. The norms replace those of 1978, when Pope Paul VI was in office. The main change is that from now on, the Vatican Doctrinal Office will not declare whether these events are real. At most, it will be possible to issue the so-called nulla osta, that is, an affirmation that indicates that there are no doctrinal inconveniences or evidence of deceptions. The Dicastery for the Doctrine of the Faith has established more concrete norms on the authority that diocesan bishops and bishops' conferences have in these cases. Generally, the bishops will have set up a commission with at least one theologian, a canonist, and an expert who can study the phenomenon in question. A delegate of that commission and the bishop will issue a statement that will be examined by Rome. Once the verdict has been studied and issued, the bishop, in agreement with the Dicastery for the Doctrine of the Faith, will make the result public. Another purpose of this document is to accelerate the processes of examining supernatural events to provide an answer to the faithful as soon as possible. Modern media facilitates a rapid diffusion of information on these events, making it more urgent to issue a response. The Church's involvement in alleged supernatural events or apparitions has shifted. Rather than stating if a supernatural event is true, the Church will simply clarify whether or not there are frauds or doctrinal problems. And it will take note of the presence of the so-called pastoral fruits, such as conversions or instances where faith is deepened.